Years allows you to make references to them. If they only exist on the internet,
yes,
then you won't necessarily be able to make a connection between two of them.
By the way, this is a very, I'm so glad you said that. This is a very, very deeply held view of mine. I heard it once as a schoolboy when a man called Terry Waite, who was held captive in Lebanon, famously in the 1980s, who was an envoy of the then Archbishop of Canterbury, was kept hostage for years. When I was growing up, Terry Waite's name was in the news all the time.
All the time.
And he once came to my school after release, and he gave an extraordinary talk, it remained with me, about how he had got through years chained to a radiator in a basement in Beirut. And one of the things I never forget him saying was that he had the opening of 4 quartets by T.S. Eliot in his mind all the time. You know, time present and time past, they're both contained in time future. Time future contained in time past. If all time is eternally present, all time is unredeemable. And on. And I remember when he started reading that, and particularly was reciting it, and particularly when he got to the passage, footfalls echo in the memory down the passage which we did not take, through the door we never opened into the rose garden. And I was just blown away, first by the words, but secondly by the embedding of an intuition I already had, which is you'll need this stuff.
You'll need this stuff.
By the way, the late George Steiner, who I was sadly, I didn't know, but who I once also heard giving a lecture when I was a boy, also deeply impressed this on me. What you have up here, the bastards can't take. And, you know, Steiner had endless stories of examples of this, some of which were deeply or all of which were deeply moving. You know, Russian poets who would know, a Russian poet who knew Don Juan of Byron's off by heart, and when imprisoned in Gulag, translates it in her head into Russian, and it becomes the version in Russian. Pasternak stands up at the 1937 Writers' Conference, and no, because, sorry, this is a bit of a diversion, but it's worth doing maybe. Of course, 37 is the worst year of the purges. He knows he can't speak, he can't not speak. And everybody knows Pasternak has to speak. And I think, all the figures for the number of people at the 37 Conference of Writers who survived to 1939 is tiny. Pasternak, by the last day, everyone says you've got to say something, and Pasternak gets up onto the podium and says one number, and everybody rises. It's the number of the Shakespeare sonnet, when to the sessions of sweet silent thought I summon up remembrance of things past. And Pasternak did the translation of this into Russian, which they say is as beautiful as any of the words in English. And every of the writers recites the translation of this Shakespeare sonnet in Russian. And he survives.
How odd.
But
yeah.
My point is that the knowledge that you'll need stuff, that it'll fortify you through your life, is a very deep instinct with me. And so when people say, it's worth memorizing in order that you keep your brain going and it's a useful cognitive exercise, it's not just that. It's part of the purpose of it. In fact, the most important purpose is you need to steel yourself for what's coming.